Next tonight, the Oscar-winning actress and former Hampstead MP Glenda Jackson has died at the age of 87. She became an international star in the 70s for the likes of Women in Love and Morecambe and Wise before entering politics in 1992. Daniel Henry has been looking back at her remarkable life.
Glenda Jackson was a woman who could do it all. On stage.
I am Glenda Jackson.
On screen.
Pretty well. Yes.
In person.
I mean, every important event of my life, other than being born, has happened to me here in London.
And in Parliament.
Greed, selfishness, no care for the weaker.
Where she represented the people of Hampstead for 23 years.
She was actually my MP when I was growing up, so I was a teenager living here and she was our MP. She's a phenomenal woman, like a very devoted MP to her constituency.
She came over as being a strong woman and she used to play those sort of roles.
Her legacy will remain. She was an amazing woman and a good MP for this area.
One can utilise as mayor.
She even campaigned to become Mayor of London, but that didn't work out. Her acting performances paired her up with Sir Michael Caine, who described her as one of our greatest movie actresses. He said, "It was a privilege to work with her on The Great Escaper recently, our second film together. It was as wonderful an experience this time as it was 50 years ago. I shall miss her." He certainly won't be the only one.
Glenda Jackson, who has died at the age of 87.
The Oscar-winning actress Glenda Jackson, who went on to serve as a Labour MP for more than 20 years, has died at the age of 87. She started out in acting in the 1950s on stage, screen and in film before quitting to take up politics as the MP for Hampstead, declaring that an actor's life is not interesting. But she would go back to it. At the age of 80, she took on the role of King Lear, and most recently she won a BAFTA for her role in the BBC One drama Elizabeth is Missing. Sir Michael Caine described her today as one of our greatest movie actresses. David Sillito looks back at her life.
If that is your opinion, you had better hide your face indeed.
Your Majesty has only to say.
I have said!
In 1971, America's PBS tried out a new idea, masterpiece theatre.
You must forgive me.
One of the first, a 9-hour BBC epic charting the life of Elizabeth I.
You have wives, you have children, you know what it is to love and be loved.
Glenda Jackson's mesmerising journey from coronation to deathbed won her an Emmy. That same year, she won an Oscar for Women in Love.
You don't think one needs the experience of having been married?
I don't want us to live like this.
It was also the year of Sunday Bloody Sunday, which brought another Oscar nomination.
Darling, you couldn't do it.
You must be hungry for something.
That's true.
And on Christmas Day, she wrapped it all up as the star turned on Morecambe and Wise. The daughter of a builder and a cleaner from Birkenhead, who'd grown up in a 2 Up, 2 Down, was at the very pinnacle of the acting world.
How was it for you?
Very nice.
She was nominated for an Oscar 4 times, but was always too busy to actually attend. Acting was, she said, a serious job for a serious person, and she brought much of that spirit to her 23 years as a Labour MP.
No care for the weaker.
Rumble thy bellyful!
And then, in her 70s, an honour-strewn return to acting.
They all think they can treat me like this.
Her death comes just weeks after finishing her final film alongside Sir Michael Caine. It was, he said, as wonderful an experience this time as it was on their first film together 50 years ago. I shall miss her.
This is our home, all this.
Glenda Jackson. From Elizabeth to Lear. On stage and screen. Regal, commanding, funny, serious. Moving.
Glenda Jackson, who has died at the age of 87.